Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm JC, and today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my goals for the month of November and my plans for NaNoWriMo. So the goals part will be relatively short. Well, I guess short for me anyway. I just have, well, first let me show you what my Kanban board looks like at the end of October. October did not go as well as I'd liked. As you see, did not get nearly as much accomplished as I would have hoped. I set way too many goals and don't accomplish half of them, but I try, and therein lies the purpose. Anyway, so my goals for the month of November are, first and foremost, to write my first middle grade novel. Well, the first draft anyway. Which is going to be difficult considering I'm not quite done with the outline, but we'll get to that in a second. The second is to work on putting my book for writers. I've talked about it before. It's a book with some spiritual motivation for writers to stay motivated and get out of their own way, and it's kind of for us writers who self-sabotage ourselves and talk ourselves out of things, let the fear take over, imposter syndrome and what have you. So it's for that. It's a nonfiction book, so that's why I'm choosing that to work on simultaneously with trying to work on my fiction nano project. So yeah. The third thing I have is formatting my next poetry book, which theoretically shouldn't really take that long because I think I've kind of formatted it already, but I was so focused on the art of love that I kind of dropped this one. So but I have it in the template and everything. I just have to kind of go through it and do the whole page numbers and all that other great stuff. It's not nearly as complex as my first poetry book. Like, there's no section breaks and there's no, it's a really short poetry collection and shouldn't take that much to format. So, and the fourth and final is to work on a cover for the next poetry collection, and I'm going to attempt to try to work on it myself, mainly for budgetary reasons. I simply just don't have the money to pay for another cover, but I really want this next poetry collection to be out before the end of the year. So I'm going to have to try to figure out how to do my own cover myself. There are plenty of tutorials and stuff, so this shouldn't be a problem, right? I don't know. I'll figure it out. I mean, if I have to put it off until next year so I can pay for a cover, then it is what it is. But I'm not gonna put anything out there that doesn't look great. So my second goal, second section is the YouTube goals. I want to get to 500 subscribers. One could say I'm close, depending on how you look at it. Not over 450, so I'm not that close, but I am over 400, so I'm closer than I was 2 months ago. So YouTube has this thing now where I get a community tab at 500 subscribers. I want my community tab. I want to do polls and I want to communicate with you guys. So yeah, I'd like to get to 500 subscribers. That is my goal for the month of November. See if I can make it happen. Do my November giveaway, which is kind of in the air, but it's on the list to send out that giveaway. Also, speaking of giveaways, my October giveaway, I want to say the person's name who won, but Sky SD Hayes, if you're watching, you won my October giveaway. I left you a comment underneath your comment in the October giveaway for you to get in touch with me so that I can send you your giveaway. So when you get a chance, you should go do that. Thank you. And if you guys are not tuned in to Sky's channel, SD Haggis, I will link her channel below so you can go check her channel out. It is a great channel. She's a very interesting person. She does writing vlogs and write wars and AuthorTube projects, and she does 10K days and live streams and all kinds of fun stuff. So check her channel out. And the fourth goal under the YouTube section is to do another video in the masterclass. I've had a couple of people ask me about doing Walter Mosley now, so that may be the next one. I have to double check my list. And the last one is I'm doing NaNoWriMo writing vlogs every week instead of every other week like I would normally do a writing vlog. So not much difference. You just get one every week now, at least for November. And my Right to Be media goals business. I have some plans for the next step of the magazine. I want to start another YouTube channel for the magazine to do virtual interviews. Still terrified about being on camera. That's why I haven't done any live streams. But we're gonna get there. Oh, I need to add that actually to my goal for YouTube for the month of November. I want to do a live stream or two, but it's not on the list technically. Anyway, back to the Right to Be media. I want to create 5 more items in the store. I want to buy some ads for the store to get more customers. Also, I want to, I'm still working on my outline for my podcast. I am probably going to start recording some episodes of my podcast. I want to record a few before I start releasing them into the world, because I read in my research that it is good to have a backlog or a stockpile of at least 5 to 10 podcast episodes before you actually release the first one for everyone to hear. So, and since I like having backups, I think I'm, gonna do that. And so that is my goals for the month of November. I'm going to slide over so you can see me writing out my goals and putting my Kanban board, resetting it for the month of November, and I'll be back. So that is it. That's my goals for the month of November. So now let's talk about NaNoWriMo. I'm still doing my middle grade. Might have slightly changed the direction. I might have added some conflicts that weren't in my initial plan for this book. Mostly because I didn't want this book to be boring. I mean, it's middle grade, but it still has to be interesting. And I think I made when I first planned it out, I think I made her family a little too perfect. So they are no longer perfect at all. She herself is not perfect. So basically, so the family moves to this town. It's going to be a fictional town, so it doesn't really exist. It's just another issue you created this outline. But I know I did that to myself. But so they moved to this town. Her dad is, it's a military family. Her dad is in the military. Her dad did something in the military to get demoted. They forced him to retire early. But I haven't ironed out all the details of this part yet, but I think I mostly have it figured out together. But to make amends for what he did, and to try to earn back his status, he was relegated to a special assignment for the military, which required them to have to suddenly move to this town. What this special assignment will be, I don't know yet. That's what I have right now. So London is very upset. She was told the last time in their other town that they had just moved to that she wouldn't have to move again. Her dad was retiring early, although she didn't know he was retiring for suspicious reasons. She had no idea why he was retiring early. She was kind of happy about it because now her dad was going to be home and more, and she'd get to have the kind of dad that all her friends have. And she hated the whole moving around, constantly moving, never seeing her father. So she was kind of happy that he was retiring, not knowing why he was forced to retire. So they moved to his town, and so she makes a friend. She makes a couple of friends. She makes a new friend that doesn't go to the school she's supposed to go to, the military academy. And the girl she meets in the neighborhood goes to the public school. They become really fast friends. Some issues going on with the girl. She's getting bullied at the school, and London wishes she could, be there to help her new friend and, deal with it. The girl has a stuttering problem. She's good when she's with London, but when she's around just most people, she has a really bad problem stuttering. And the it crowd in the public school is led by Vanessa's former best friend, Marissa Brady. Marissa Brady actually becomes really integral to London's story arc. It was not originally planned that way, but that is how it turned out in the brainstorming and the replanning. So London she has a plan to go to the public school instead of going to the academy where she's supposed to be going, without her parents finding out that she's not going to the academy, but she's in fact going to the public school. It involves her older sister, who is legally an adult and who she got to enroll her into the public school because there's a secret that her sister is keeping from her parents, and London knows the secret. Now London has to keep her secret, but in turn her sister Paris has to keep her secret as well. But London struggles because she doesn't like lying. She doesn't like keeping secrets, and the secret her sister is keeping is a big one, and she doesn't feel comfortable about keeping that secret. But she really wants to go to the school with her new friend, and she really wants to help her friend deal with her bullying situation. She ends up getting bullied by the same person as well, because there's a history between Marissa and Vanessa that of course London doesn't know about because she's new to town. And there's a lot of issues that Marissa's dealing with at home. And, I kind of played on the whole, they say people who tend to bully other people is usually something going on with them. And that's why they feel like they have to lash out at the person they're bullying. So there's issues going on with Marissa. And eventually London finds out these issues. It all works out in the end. Because if this video would be extremely long if I go through everything that I have already planned out, and that's not even everything that's going to happen in the story. So I know to find a way to condense it all, because it's middle grade. This is going to be a challenge, but it's one I'm up for. So the ultimate lesson is, about, not bullying people, but also not judging people so quickly and maybe realizing that, okay, this person is bullying, but what's going on with them? Maybe they just need someone to pay attention to them. And there's some things going on with Marissa that's kind of heavy, and for a 12-year-old to have to deal with. And then Marissa finds out the real reason her father had to move. And it's a pretty big reason. And it changes how she sees her father for a little bit. In the end, you know, they'll be fine. But it does initially change how she sees her father, because she viewed her father is like her idol and can do no wrong, you know, except for the fact that he's never home. But because he's in the military. But because of that, he's a hero. He's this icon to her. And when she finds out what her father did that got him demoted and they had to uproot everything, it does change her perception of him just a little bit. But ultimately, you know, the whole theme is you can't always assume you know a person. And even when you how do I say this? Can't always assume you know a person and what's going on with them. And you can't be so quick to judge and not get to know or get to find out what's going on with them. I'm so not putting this in the best way possible, but hopefully you get it. But that's my nano project. And I did a Sarah Cannon's October workbook. I probably showed it on a previous vlog, but I did my calendar and I marked out Sundays because I don't write on Sundays. I didn't mark out Thanksgiving, even though I probably should have, but I know me, I'm going to try to write on Thanksgiving. I might not do a good job at it, but I'm going to try. But my word count goal is actually 1,925 words a day. So it's a little loftier than the normal nano word count. I have some meal plans prepared. Starting with the fact that I'm fixing chili for dinner tonight, and I'm going to freeze half of it so that I can have it halfway through November. But that's going to be it for this video. If you like what you see and you want to see more videos from me, make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button. Let me know in the comments, what are you doing for nano? What genre are you writing in? Do you have your nano plan all together? Are you taking any days off? Yeah, let me know what your plans are for nano. Until next time, have a blessed day. Bye.